So Donald Trump is his age is starting to show. I remember just a few weeks ago, everybody was talking about how Joe Biden was too old. Joe Biden needs to get out of the race. Um, he's having cognitive decline. He too old to be the president. While alone, a lot of us were saying that he only 3 years older than Donald Trump. Joe Biden is only three was only 3 years older. And now that Joe Biden is out of the race, at the age of 81, you got Donald Trump at 78. He's 78 years old and it's starting to show. People talk about how bad Joe Biden would slip up and say names. He would talk about places that didn't exist, or that people that died already. However, Donald Trump is out doing pretty much the same thing, but on another level. He's starting to show some real cognitive decline. He's starting to show his age is really starting to show. First and foremost, at every rally that he has, if you pay attention, he's just repeating the same stuff over and over and over. And he can't keep it. You can't keep it. His attention span is so short that he can't read a teleprompter. He might give you a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes of reading it, but then shortly after, you're gonna realize that he just babbling. He just talk about Hannibal Lecter and talking about sharks and electric cars and all of this weird stuff. For just a brief moment, they were trying to talk about their project. They was trying to like distance themselves from Project 2025, which we all know that Project 2025 is drafted for Donald Trump and by Donald Trump's people. That was what Project 2025 was drafted for. A lot of people don't want to accept it, but the reality is that's his project. He tried to change the narrative, but because he can't keep it straight, no matter what you tell him to talk about, he just can't keep it together. Um, he's starting to just lie. He lies so much that he tells more lies than he tells truth. Here you got a guy who tells more lies than he tells the truth. And this is the guy who a lot of people feel like they want to vote for, and they want to spend their waste their vote on. But I'm gonna read something to y'all real quick. This was by Charlemagne, the guy from Breakfast Club. If y'all don't know, I'm pretty sure most of y'all should know who Charlemagne the God is. But I'm gonna read to y'all some of the stuff that I saw on just his outtake on what you're getting when you voting for Donald Trump, especially if you're black. Okay, first and foremost, Trump did not give you $1,200. Basically, he's saying it was passed by Congress. The $1,200 that you received was signed by Donald Trump, but it was brought into law, and it was prepared and written together by Congress. Number two, Kamala Harris is in fact black. A lot of people like to talk about she not black enough, or she's Indian, or she don't claim black, but she went to HBCU. Her dad is a Jamaican. He's from Jamaica. Her mom is Indian. So Jamaican, Indian, either way you put it, she's black. Number three, he said your vote does matter. A lot of people in a community, the black community, like to talk about, oh, it don't matter. They're gonna pick who they want to pick. That junk don't mean nothing. We got a black president, ain't nothing changed. Or it don't matter if I vote. They're gonna put who they want to put. That's just not true. Um, you need to come out and vote. Number four, he put Kamala Harris did not lock up thousands of black men because she didn't. It's just this myth going around. Oh, she locked up, thousands of black men. But in reality, she only sentenced 45 people total, and not just black people. 45 people total when she was a prosecutor. 45 people total, because she wasn't just a prosecutor. She was the district attorney. So she only prosecuted 45 people, and they wasn't all black. It was just a mixture of everybody. So that's just a myth that need to go away. And Agenda 47 is basically not for the black community. Now, Agenda 47 is another thing I want to talk about. Agenda 47 is what they try to bring out to make us forget about Project 2025. Agenda 47 is just as bad as Project 2025, but we're not gonna dismiss the Project 2025. We're not gonna dismiss it because it's you have to read Project 2025 or go find somebody YouTube. I didn't really break it down, but it's videos out there that you can watch that people are breaking down Project 2025 and what it really is. And now they're trying to change the narrative with this Agenda 47. But if you follow what I'm saying from the start of my video, it don't matter if it's Agenda 47, Project 2025, or something else that's real, radical to the right. Donald Trump gonna find a way to mess it up. He's just too old to be the president. If we talked about Joe Biden being 81, Donald Trump in 3 years will be 81. If you look at Joe Biden 3.5 years ago, you can't say this, that you see the Joe Biden today that's the same Joe Biden. So what happens if Trump does get elected in the next 3.5 years? Who's to say he won't be where Joe Biden is, or worse, or worse? So now you got Kamala, who's 60 years old, vice president that she picked. Tim Walz, he's 60. Where you got Donald Trump pick J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is the worst vice presidential pick in the history of being presidents. He's worse than Sarah Palin. How do you go with a guy like J.D. Vance, who just not too long ago was talking about you as the Hitler of America and all these other things he said about you, and that's the guy who Donald Trump decided to pick. As I was saying, he's too old to be the president. He's too old. He too it's not just that he's old. He have mental problems. He need to step down for other reasons too. He has his mental capacity, even at a younger age, is just something wrong with Donald Trump. So all I can tell you, something wrong with Donald Trump. So it's time to get rid of Donald Trump. Go out and vote. Make sure that you understand that your vote does count. We don't need an old, out of shape, mental, patient as a president.